Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm taking inspiration from Obofo. Was the Obinim. Remember Obinim when he used to do his show on the other TV station there? Understand? You remember what he used to say? Yeah. So, Charlie, happy New Year. Backing vocalist, you when you back me. I should be backing. Come back to you. Oh, Afishapa. Come back to you. Guys, more backing. We'll bring your face, but give me the backing. Afi. Ako
betu yembio
Ade
Ejunya medum yen wa madi pache yen.
You see the song that Butcher, the way I choose the singer, then I remember how
Charlie, your son is school teacher.
You say the song or no? Nah. No, Charlie, no wahala. But guys, we're super excited. Happy New Year to all of you. It's the 4th day of January in the year 2025. It's a mighty blessing that we are all grateful. Happy to be here with you guys. Prime Sports Extra, the first edition of the year 2025. And super welcome. Welcome to all of you. And our wishes to all of you is that the good Lord will preserve your lives. The good Lord will keep all of you, keep all of us, so that we can have a fantastic show throughout the year with you here on Joy Prime every Saturday. So it's a blessing, it's a privilege to do this, to be on your screens, wherever you're watching us, across the country, across Africa, across the world, wherever you're watching us, it's a privilege to be on your screens. And I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. We don't take it for granted at all. Thank you for being part of the show throughout the last year. And we trust that you will be part of the show throughout this year too. And we are trusting that it's going to be a wonderful time with all of you. So happy New Year. Happy New Year to your family. Happy New Year to your wives and your girlfriends and every other person you have along in your life. Happy New Year to all of you. Okay, we wish you the very best. This is Prime Sports Extra. My name is Razak Musbao, and the team is always a packed team. Daniel Kranti is on break, celebrated his birthday a few days ago, and he's still enjoying, party after party, the aftermath of his birthday, still enjoying it. So I'm sure you're going to see him maybe next week. I will see how it's going to happen. Achu is in the building. Achu, we've been taking him through some rigorous work to try and avoid his stomach ache incident. And he's promised that he's going to take good care of himself and ensure that he's a regular face on the show. And so you saw Achu singing. So Achu, welcome to the new year.
Yo, I said this year will be great.
Uh-huh.
Look, this year, like there's no middle ground. Mm-hmm. There's no other option. Mm-hmm. We'll be great or we'll be great.
We'll be great or we'll be great. Yeah.
Yesterday I told you about that verse in Black Hole's song. It says, sending love to my rastas. We'll be great. Timoda Munda.
Munda. Sending love
to my rastas. We'll be great. Timoda Munda.
Nice one.
See, whatever the situation.
We'll be great.
Whatever the immediate challenge.
We'll be great.
We don't care. We know we are short of one outcome. That is why in everything we will do, we will give it our best shot. Conscious of the end from the beginning.
Yeah, man.
See, this year will be great.
We'll be great.
In everything.
Charlie, Yamisa Wom. Now, another face you're going to be seeing on the show throughout the year, occasionally on the show, you're going to be seeing here, is going to be a core member of the team going forward here on the show, is my good friend and my brother here and colleague here at Multimedia, Amoesi, top writer here at Adomo Online, and also great analyst. You'll be seeing him on Joe News. You'll be hearing of him on Joy FM and a few other TV stations across the country. You're going to be hearing from him, regularly on the show going forward. Bro,
man,
Charlie, actually, the way this guy enjoy Christmas,
Oh, you chill.
But you see, what Achu was saying, I was expecting him to say something, but he deliberately missed out. I mean, on it, just like how the president failed to, address the National Cathedral yesterday. You know, French said, tweeted something. I was expecting him to settle down. This year, he has been told to settle down. Yeah, but he deliberately, decided.
When we say we'll be great, we'll be great in every sense.
Oh, okay.
So it's inclusive.
Yeah, okay. Yes, so marriage is part is good.
We'll be great in every
But
sense.
he's not married, and I give you some.
Oh, but he's my big brother, so let him take the lead. When he take the lead, I'll follow.
All of a sudden, they are big brothers, they are strong.
But this boy, he chill.
He can't.
You know, say crazy. 4 days ago, on the 31st night, as we did church, we did go thank God, say Charlie.
Yeah.
God, divine selection, Ibab, we all through the
year.
No yawa. They take me to
when I did
and 2, the 1st of January. Oh, you know, they anywhere near any church.
We got come out.
When I did,
they say some baby girl.
Brothers,
it's okay. It's okay.
And he was blaming me for not carrying him into the church.
Hey!
no.
He said I should have freed him from that captivity.
Hey!
And I said, even Samson couldn't fight a woman. King David.
It's going to be a very long year. Yeah. Very long year.
What do all of these great men have in common? They all fell by the hands of women.
Baby girls.
Oh, Boga.
So what are you implying?
The baby girl syndrome.
So the baby girl that kept him in
Charlie, this year, keep yourself. Keep yourself very well. It's very important. Keep yourself very well. All right? Keep yourself very well. All right, we've got some really... today, we have 3 things to talk about, okay? One of them, we're not going to spend so much time on it, okay? But we're going to deal with it just briefly, is what is happening to Asamoah Gyan? What's happening to Asamoah Gyan? I mean, woke up, and Asamoah Gyan was all over the social media platform saying a lot. What is happening to him? We're not going to spend so much time on it, but I have an idea of what he could be going to, and I'm going to share that. I'm going to get quick thoughts on the guy. So we're not going to deal with the substance of the issues he shared, but just to raise a concern about something that we think needs to be paid attention to. Then, of course, Accra Hearts of Folk have won 7 of their last 8 games, right, Aju? 6 of their last 7 games. 6 of their last 7 games.
Of the last 8.
Last 8 games. And that's put them in a very good position now. Second on the table, and Ouattara promised that he's going to win the title. And it looks like it just might become a reality. So we're going to tell you why Hearts of Folk are true title contenders. And Achu and Amos will be doing that justice to that. Why Hearts of Folk are true title contenders. And they need to pay attention to Hearts of Folk. Kotoko has a game against Mediama, and I'm sure after Hearts of Folk won against Lagos Cities, they will be thinking that they need to win that game. So why Hearts of Folk are true title contenders, we're going to get into that. And finally, the last issue we'll be dealing with has to do with the Red Devils, the Satans, who finally, we are seeing that. I don't say they are getting what they deserve because it's not fair. I don't say that. we are born the whole year. I will use okay. I will leave that. My producer right now, he go talk say the fallas frozen. producer say the fallas frozen. Then you just put me on the screen. So we'll deal with it. And the big question we have in that regard is Man United at risk of relegation? Is it a topic that should be considered? Is relegation staring at Man United if you consider the form they are on at the moment? Against Liverpool tomorrow, then against Arsenal, and it doesn't look like things are improving at all. The position and the standings is not good at all. So should we start talking about relegation threat as far as Man United is concerned? Is this something that Ruben Amorim should start thinking about? Maybe even you United fans, you should start thinking about it, you know. So there's someone, my producer, I'm wearing my United jersey. Look, I didn't wear the jersey to come and do against. I just needed something to wear, and I wore it. So we'll deal with that. And a few other issues relating to Arnold, Mohamed Salah, and their transfer issues. Not sure what's happening with them. But let's start with Asamoah Gyan, okay? I think we have just a little bit of what all the action that unfolded. Was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 2 days ago. All right, we'll try and bring it up. I'm sure you might have seen the videos. So, guys, the question I'm going to ask you is that... Why are you laughing?
Hey!
Why are you laughing?
Charlie, retirement is difficult. Yeah, retirement is.
No, but let's start it from this point, okay? Let's start from this point. And guys, look, we'd love to hear from you, okay? We'd love to hear from you. You can send your Happy New Year messages. We'll absolutely accept it, okay? The WhatsApp line is going to be on the screen. You get to join the conversation. But I want to pick it from this point, okay? And I'm going to say mine, then you guys can say yours. Of the rants that he was on, which of the issues surprised you the most? For me, the issue that surprised me the most was the 2010 World Cup. I could not get my mind around in 2025, where Asamoah Gyan will be talking about the penalty incident that happened in 2010, to the extent that he was calling Stephen Appiah, John Mensah, John Pinto, you know, Olele, Kalipo, Olele.
Oh, Charlie.
And Andrew Ayew, name all the other greats of the Black Stars, referring to them as cowards. I could not get my mind around that. These are some of his very good friends. And to describe them that, I thought it was something, it wasn't normal. I felt that Asamoah Gyan was not in the best of place mentally. He was not in the best of place mentally. I felt that he was having some personal issues, and that is what I was drawn towards. It was just because nothing happened, nobody was speaking about him, nobody had gone to grant an interview and berated him or something like that. He just woke up, went to IG, and decided to engage in those rants. And it's my personal view that I think he was just using that as a distraction from some personal issues he was facing, you know. And I'm not medically qualified to assess his situation as depression, but it looks like these are symptoms of a depressed person. These are symptoms of a depressed person. I don't know, and depression is often rooted in some personal issues somebody's going through. And I feel that that's what he's going through, all right? So that's what I think. That's one thing he spoke about that I feel that, look, the man might be feeling depressed, okay? Not sure which issue you had that caught you off guard, like, hey, jump on.
This is one of the most uncomfortable conversations I'm going to be part of. Look, if I had my way, I'd recuse myself.
Yeah.
Because this should not have happened. I cannot, for the life of me, understand and even accept what we saw on Thursday.
Yeah.
He was unhinged. He did not appear to be in control of himself. And so there was a time when someone would ask a question, he would answer, and in the middle of the answer, he would realize that he should not have answered the question, so he will now start to attack the person who asked the question, and then after that, he will double down on the answer that he gave, which was confusing because I was like, okay, where is this going? Right, and that was the Andre Ayew situation. So someone asked about the Andre question, and then he completely went off.
And there was no coherence in his...
So he was unhinged. He did not appear to be in control of his thought process, of his emotions, of what he wanted to convey. So I did not like that. And I don't think it should have happened. I don't think, yes, he reserves the right to say his mind on any subject as he wishes.
Yeah.
However, I do not think it should have happened because Gyan is not like me. He's not a regular bloke.
Absolutely.
Who can just put a camera in his face. And Gyan is an entity. He is a brand. He's a business, if you want to expand that conversation and look at that. He has far more to lose if he misconducts himself or if he says the wrong things. So for brands like that, for people like that, you need to always be conscious of who you are and what you are, what you can say and what you cannot say, and the impact of every conduct of yours. Now, and perhaps because I'm a communication student, some of these things, I'm able to appreciate some of these things better.
Yeah.
Before you open your mouth to say something, you must have an end goal in sight, in mind. You must have something that you seek to achieve with that communication. More so for professional entities like Gyan.
Yeah.
Right? He may have retired, but he still has a lot of value. That is why in the past elections, the New Patriotic Party would even think it wise to have that sort of partnership with him. He still has a lot of value in the football space. He still has a lot of value in the boxing space, where he's a boxing promoter. There are organizations that in the future will be looking to leverage on brands like his.
I mean, FIFA still relate with him, you know.
And all
FIFA
of that.
still get him to do things. CAF
So
still get him to do
when,
things. So.
When he opens his mouth to speak, he needs to ask himself the question of what value is he going to get out of this communication? Who is he communicating to? Why is there the need for him to make that communication?
But don't you think
and that is where I feel let down. That is where I also feel maybe the people around him may not be giving him the sort of professional counsel that he needs, because I am not a communication expert. You are not a communication expert. When it comes to public comms, it is an art. It is something you study.
Yeah.
It is something you practice over years.
But do you think do you think the submissions he made, you know, the things he was saying it from a very sound state?
When I say communication,
because
I'm not
you know, I understand the professional. Yeah, of course, you're not qualified.
I want to stay off that because I'm not qualified to assess him and then make the pronouncement of whether he was depressed or not. So that's not a conversation I want to have. I'm just looking at the entity Asamoah Gyan, right? And as a brand, in terms of there has to be someone who manages Gyan and determines what the brand Gyan represents. What sort of behavioral patterns will aggregate to form that image that he wants his publics, he wants his viewers, his followers to see, right? That's why I'm saying that there needs to be someone by his side, someone in that team who says, this is what we do. So, for example, if he wants to come across as someone who's altruistic, does all of these donations, philanthropical work and all of that. And I'm saying this because he mentioned that in the statement he released when he said he was no longer working with the NPP. So he said the Asamoah Gyan Foundation is going to do the next phase of it. The cornerstone for everything he said was philanthropy, was charity work and all of that. So he needs to be seen to be moving in that direction. Things like this do not exactly help. And for me, I was heartbroken because I love Gyan to bits. Yeah. However, over the years, I've learned to decouple Asamoah Gyan, the footballer, from Asamoah Gyan, the person off the pitch. Yeah, that's because they are two very separate entities. Yeah, let me bring up with you. Over the years, if you look at the incidents that have happened off the pitch, it is difficult to love Asamoah Gyan for the things he does, for the things. This was unprovoked. Yeah. I mean, he was bringing back issues that have happened 15 years ago. 15
years ago. Completely, like, some of the issues were a bit, you know, you didn't see the relevance of it. That's true. Because, like he said, really unprovoked. Nothing happened. Did you hear anything? So, does anybody have? I
mean, we are all in the same space, and I'm not sure any of his colleagues have been on radio to pass any negative comments about him. And honestly, I was very much surprised. I mean, I took my time last night to watch the entire video, even though there have been excerpts that I watched from there.
I hear there was a part where he broke down and he was crying.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, at the point, he was even struggling to even clean his face. There was, I mean, from nose and all this stuff. So you can clearly see, I really honestly don't know, but you see, actually made a very good point. And from yesterday, I've been trying to monitor the space, and fortunately, I was able to hear a member of his team talk. Now, currently, Asamoah Gyan is not managed by anybody. So in other jurisdiction where a player or somebody will have to scan through a player's post or whatever, will have to have a discussion with him before he posts anything on social media. There's nobody there to check on what Asamoah Gyan is posting out there. That is one. Now, two, a member of his team also made mention that Asamoah Gyan is now staying alone. There's nobody with him in the house. So Bafo Gyan is elsewhere. Everybody is elsewhere. You know, everybody is trying to do their own thing. So he made this comment that, moving on, he thinks that, or he suggested that somebody should be closer to him from now onwards. Now, while he was making that point, a psychologist also came in and mentioned that he thinks there is something wrong with Asamoah Gyan. He didn't really pass the comment whether it's depression or nobody knows the state that he's going through, because when you watch the video very carefully, I mean, imagine somebody, you are just there, somebody picks up a phone and start to talk about events of the past about 10, 15 years ago.
I see that, that part, much as we all didn't like it, I mean, as I've said, it looked very unhinged. But I would be surprised that a professional psychologist would pass that kind of commentary. As I've said, no matter how bad...
That there's something personal happening.
Yeah, as I've said, no matter how bad...
Surprised, though?
No matter how bad it looks, it is not in anybody's place to make such suggestions when you have not...
But
they
wait,
but
because
they've seen a pattern.
No, but you see,
if the psychologist is suggesting that
I mean,
something personal. He's experienced people in such situation before.
He said that from the videos that he's watched and from the entirety of the video that he has been able to watch, analyzing Asamoah Gyan's posture and how he conducted himself, he thinks that all is not well with him. And you see, I'll make this point. Imagine Asian, Muntari, Apia, knowing who those guys are, the brand star they are. Apia goes on social media and starts to rant.
And to be fair, not to interrupt, but I just...
Why is everyone ruling out the possibility that he probably had a wild night out and then it was the after effects of that?
Yeah, it could also be. No, absolutely. I think all of these options need to be open. Okay, because personally, I also thought about it because I think it was on Thursday, right? Thursday was 2nd, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So I was like, okay, 2 days after 31st, you know, and the 1st of January. So maybe...
The boys go chillo.
You know, so it could be part. You know, it could be part. And it could also be that he might be having personal issues. So all these issues could be part. But I think we need to conclude on this point that, look, I'm not sure where he is. This morning, I went to check his IG, and guess what? He's deleted a chunk of his photos on IG.
Because
he's left just 3 photos on IG, and it's photos of him, just photos of him. And I think all other videos, all Regional Games videos, photos with funny face with his brother Asamoah Gyan, old videos, everything has been deleted on his IG. Left it just 3 pictures.
Because on yesterday, the member that he spoke made mention that even before he came on air to speak, they have been able to get in touch with him. Now they have been able to get somebody to be with him. And he made mention that from yesterday, going for, I mean, I don't know how that is going to last, but they are going to really take care of, Gyan's social media posts and stuff. And so probably that might be the reason.
That might be part of the reason. Because if you look at I was looking at examining his Instagram account, and so much has taken place there. A lot of photos. Do you know that the last photo of Gyan is almost like he just created the account? Was just way back in... The last photo was in August 2014. So you have August 2014, October, and September, 3 photos. Right. And this is someone with over 2 million or 3 million followers. And Gyan is very active on IG. You know, all his visuals from all Regional Games, everything has been deleted. You know, and I was like, oh, okay, they're trying to get things under control. But guys, look, Sule Muntari, all his friends, this is a very important point. You say you don't like him. Maybe your friend again, number.
No,
go see him. For take some go to see him. Try to go do something.
But you see, Musbah, you made a very good point. You made a point that really got me thinking. Because this guy is Apia Muntari, seeing the likes from the outside. We have all been thinking that they are very good guys.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, for Gyan to describe those guys as cowards.
Yeah, and I just hope, I believe that some of his friends will not take it to heart. They will take it like...
I mean, they are human beings. I mean...
Because especially Andrea, you know, brainwash is a bit...
Probably we've known this.
If there's one thing we know about all of these personalities, nobody's going to respond to any of them.
Yeah, of course. As for respond, they won't.
Nobody.
But I just hope it doesn't also destroy the relationship with him, so they can reach out to him and support.
As for that, see, they're adults.
They have to go and see their friend. They have to take some goat and, you know, and take the live band along. You know, Charlie Gyan, you there, they can't chill. You know, chill with senior man and say. And we sure it's going to be good. All right, guys, let's move on. Send us a text message, okay? You can send us a text message on this Gyan issue, what you think about it. And keep it civil and keep it respectful, because Gyan is still a legend, and here at Joy Sports, we adore him. You know, he's been a regular. He was here a few times on Game Plan, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we adore him. Gyan, Charlie, Owele Monko. You know
Owele Monko.
Owele Monko.
Yeah.
Well, what does it mean, though?
I have no idea.
But I learned it has something to do with the pepper and something.
Yeah,
like
sure.
He said it's very tasty.
Yeah, there was
the papa. Yeah. If you're a proper Ghan, send us text message and tell us, Owele Monko, what does it mean? Let us know. Okay, we have some messages here. Someone says, Happy New Year. I really appreciate this host done. Hey, we beg. Okay, who has the Arsenal? Hey, against for. I say United in team.
Please, please, please.
He said, okay, another one. He says what? New Trent and, can we see that? News, Trent, Salah.
And VVD are all staying.
Okay, interesting. We'll see that. We hope he can pay them because Salah's last interview with Sky Sports, he said nothing has changed, and based on the current situation, he will not be playing for Liverpool come next season. That's what he said in his last interview with Sky Sports. So we'll see. Great. So we'll deal with that. We'll deal with the issues on that Salah situation. But keep your messages coming through, okay? Keep your messages coming through. Let's see. Now, why Hearts of Oak are real title contenders? Now, I don't know if you can see on your screen, but this is the current standings following Hearts of Oak's victory yesterday against Legon Cities. Watch this. Look at the standings. Achu. Team Naye. Phobia is back. Hey, until the bones are rotten, Ouattara, they do the job, Charlie. Last year, around September, they say Ouattara, hey, Coach Wade was sang. Look at Ouattara, second. 28 points. 2 points behind league leaders, Heart of Lions. 1 point ahead of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who have a game against Mediama, who are lying 7th today. And my goodness, Heart of Oak look like they just want to win the title. They can't win the title. They're in good position to win the title. Achu, why is Heart of Oak title contenders? Why are we talking about Heart of Oak possibly winning the title at this point?
It's a consistency. If you look at the Ghana Premier League over the last 5 years, every team that has won it has had a similar run to what Hearts of Oak have had in at least 2 phases of the season, sometimes 3. So 3 different spells of 7 or more matches where the team won 80% of their matches. And we're approaching the end of the first round. If you look at all of the teams that have won the league, this is basically the tally with which they win. So you are looking at between 16 to 17 matches won. And that's it. And that's enough to win the Ghana Premier League. Hearts of Oak, as we speak now, have reached half the tally in terms of matches won for the teams that have won the league. Right? So normally teams that win the league win between 16 to 18 matches at the end of the season to win the league, which is on the average, half of that for the first round, 8 in the first round, 9 games in the first round, and then
We've got 2 games to go to the end of the first round.
2 games to go till the end of the first round. They have won 8. But what is making this run significantly interesting is that this doesn't happen to Hearts of Oak regularly, at least in recent times. The last time they had a run like this would have to go as far back as 2021. The first 6 months of Samuel Boyd's reign. And they won the league with it. Before that, you have to go 4 years before, in 2017, the late rally that they made in trying to win the Ghana Premier League. Before that, 3-3 draw at the Accra Sports Stadium with the Diana Stars essentially ended their title hopes. So this is very, very different. Like
uncharacteristic.
It's uncharacteristic of Accra
in recent time.
But it also just goes to show you how poor the club has been. That a run like this is rare. Because so
even when they are doing well, you still find a way.
No. I'm just saying that for a competitive team, this should be your bread and butter.
This should be the standard.
Like this should be the standard. That you have this run 3 or 4 times in the season. And so in Ghana Premier League terms, if you do this more than 2 times, you win the league.
No, if they're able to win the 2 games remaining to the end of the first round, I'll tell they win the first round at top of the table.
But
because I can't guarantee the Hearts of Lions Kotoko will win the 2 games against Mediama tomorrow. I'm suspecting Kotoko might drop point there.
But I think Lions have got the advantage because they are not losing
at home, especially at home.
No, Lions have lost 1 game all season.
What Bashir Hefo they do for them? What Bashir Hefo they do with Hearts of Lions?
1 game all season. Right.
I think Bashir Hefo has a strategy. Look, so if I don't score, you won't score.
If there is anything like that can banana peel Lions, it is the fact that they may not be interested in playing in the CAF Champions League. Normally...
No, Randy Abe will want to play in the CAF Champions League.
Normally, that becomes a disincentive for clubs that are top of the league around this time. Right. But If they are interested in the CAF Champions League, I don't see.
They will absolutely be interested.
I'm saying that because usually a lot of clubs don't want the bed because the CAF Champions League.
But you know their CEO.
I know.
He's an ambitious man. He wouldn't
but
shy away from the CAF Champions League.
At this point in his project, I don't get the impression that this is what he wants to do.
Why would he shy away?
He only survived relegation last year.
It doesn't matter.
He may want to see the team a bit more stable for a longer period.
What's the essence? Right. What's the point of playing in the league?
I get it. I'm just
shying away from the CAF.
No, I'm just saying that that's the only question mark about them.
Okay.
If they are interested in the CAF Champions League, I think they will be favourites for this.
Well,
just to conclude, apart from them, you also have to look at Mediama Sporting Club because Adote has done this before, right? Last year, they sacked their manager when Omar Rabi left.
Yeah.
He became the interim coach at the time, and he won 21 points in the second round to win them the league title. And Adote has been interim manager at Mediama 6 times over the last 11 years or so. On 3 occasions, he's delivered silverware.
They are 7th at the moment, 24 points, 6 points behind the leaders. I've got a game against Kotoko.
Yeah.
But let me bring you in here. Kotoko still fancy the league. They feel that they are in a good position to also win the league, especially following that victory against Heart of Folk. They've been on a decent round. They were struggling, 4 games winless, but they've turned things around. And wherever they go now, they are fearless. Heart of Lion is in the mix, Kotoko is in the mix, Heart of Folk is in the mix. Even Bibiani Gold Stars, who for a very long time were in the mix,
that's the point,
and still in the mix. Yeah. You know, Nations FC are also still in the mix. Even Bechem United, so many teams are still in the mix. I spoke to Summertech's communications director in the course of the week, and he says they still want to retain the title. Everybody is hungry, and they feel that there are still more games to go.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's.
Is this league turning out to be, you know, one of a kind?
The Summertechs have an outside chance. They're 12 points behind.
It doesn't
12 points.
How many games is that? 4 games,
Look,
bro.
Show us the league table again. You probably would have to limit it to Mediama upwards.
Oh, it's 4 games. 4 games. And you think the teams ahead of them?
Yeah, but in a league where not a lot of teams are consistent, that's a massive swing required.
But anything can happen, and you know that. You are familiar with that, right?
Yeah. If you look at Asante, they were just unfortunate, honestly, going 4-5 games without a win. Now they went to the Stars, they bounced back with that.
They were poor. They were not unfortunate.
They were unfortunate. Some of the losses were unfortunate.
No, because you sit at home. I mean, look at the games, especially they lost at home. I mean, it was just.
The coach, for whatever reason, decided to take out the first choice goalkeeper. Introduce Mohamed Kamara. Kamara makes consecutive errors that lead directly to goals in 3 matches.
He's stuck with him, and he's been on good run now.
Yeah, come on. Of course.
Yeah, and he's been on good run now. He's been in the post, and they've won like 5 games now.
Fair enough, but I'm talking about that rotten run. That there was no need for that change.
Well, you can say that, but also against Legon Cities, they lost. You look at the goal. You know. But you were making a point about.
I was making a point that you look at the run that Asante Kotoko went through before the win at Ediana. It was just unfortunate, honestly, because I felt there was no need at that point to be dropping points because they were trying to build on the momentum that they started the season with. But after the win against the Ediana Stars, the FA Cup future. The lower division side. I think from there, Future Stars, thanks. They've been able to build on that. And for me, you look at the points gap, I think 26, 28, and 30 points.
Yeah.
And they sit 3rd.
Yeah.
I think they're still in the mix.
27 points, 3 behind Heart of Lions.
Yeah.
You know.
So for me, the win Heart of Folk needed to win the game yesterday, and they did it the hard way. For me, you look at Asante Kotoko going to Mediama. Mediama has always been a boogie side for them. I watched Heart of Folk and Mediama when Heart of Folk recorded a 2-0 win. And I was like, wow, for Heart of Folk to go to Taka to get a win, more of like, I asked myself, is it that teams are not getting that confidence of going to Taka to...
Now they have a new coach. Ivan Sadote
of course,
is ruthless, man.
Of course, and for me, he's played these games over and over again. And so for me, it's going to be a very tough task for Asante Kotoko to go there. But one thing about the Ghana Premier League is that if you want to win the title, especially, you don't drop points inside, at least get a draw.
Yeah.
And then come back home wait for your next game and then win. Capitalize
you
and
look at
then
the crucial games against Indiana, the pick win. Those are games like
sure. I mean,
you want to win the title.
I mean, you remember even though in Prosper's first season when he won the league with Asante Kotoko, he was not able to win at Indiana, but when he came back, he was able to go there.
He won there.
He won there. Okay, and last season he went there and then he dropped point last season, but I think subsequently he's been able to go there to.
Look at the big teams that Kotoko have faced this season. They've picked some decent points. Against Viviani Gold Stars, they defeated Gold Stars. Barara Sports Stadium,
sure.
Right?
They recorded. I mean, 2-0. I mean, Kwame Poku scoring and then Justice Blay also scoring. So for me,
Diana has defeated Heart of Folk.
So for me,
if
the teams in the title race, Gold Stars and Hearts are the games they won.
Yeah, but against Indiana on any day is a big game.
Indiana are not part of the title race.
Yeah, but
it's a big game. That's the point that he won.
I get, but I'm saying that for the teams,
there's a rivalry there.
Yeah, it's an important game, but in the context of who wins the league, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, but those are teams that can derail.
I get you, but I'm saying that in the context of the teams that are fighting for the title.
Yes,
it's
fair, but those are the teams that can say, look.
I get the point you're making. Exactly. I'm just saying that of the teams that, in the broader sense, a win against them is a 6-pointer. Indiana is not part for this season.
Yeah,
of those teams, so they've played Nations FC. They lost. They lost to Pando Hearts of Lions as well, but they got the wins against Gold Stars and then Hearts of Oak. So today's game is one that will tip the balance in terms of what the scorecard looks like.
Yeah. So let me just go through the fixtures quickly. Midiama will play Kotoko. Is it today or
today?
Today, right? Saturday. Dreams will play Accra Lions. Accra Lions are really struggling. Young Apostles and Karela also really struggling. Bechim United and Heart of Lions. Ooh, that's a really good game there. Bechim United and Heart of Lions. Winning goals as a Brecum Chelsea.
So that's the game that's actually today. The Midiama game is tomorrow.
Okay, good. So, Ediana, okay, great. Viviani Gold Stars game is today, Saturday. Ediana Stars and Samatex, another decent game in the Bono region. Nations and Baseke Holy Stars, the Vision, and it's on Chema.
But I think we have to keep an eye on the Bichim Heart of Lions game.
Yeah.
You remember what happened last season when Bashir Hereford had to come to sit in the center of the pitch because
there's a history with that game.
There's a history with that. So we need to keep. But I mean, on the Kotoko bit, if really, I think they are still in the mix. But for them to step up,
they need to.
For them to broke shoulders with Heart of Folk, because Heart of Folk now sits second. They need to pick a point. They
can't afford to.
No, they
win. They go ahead of Heart of Oak. Is that simple?
Sure, but it's a very difficult ground. It has been a very difficult. I mean, Takwa especially.
Yeah,
that's been a very difficult ground.
It's a very difficult ground. They won their last game. They won. I think they played on Tuesday or Monday like that. Who did they play? Was it like on Tuesday? They played with Midiama. They played, I think, on Monday.
No, they played Karela.
They won. They had a good win. This one says, "Oh my God, I miss you guys. We miss you too." Thank you so much, Charlie. Happy New Year to all the crew. I agree with Achu, but don't you think there is positive side to it? Speaking out your mind gives you that inner peace, and I think that's what John is after. Buntu from Takrady. John doesn't have a... John can't speak it. He speaks his mind. Anyway, this one says, Heart of Folk is at 28, and you're shouting, hey, Charlie, why? Oh, let Martin Asari message come in. Martin, they talk in matter in mind, he say what? Is at 28, you are shouting they can win the league. Kotoko has 27 and a game to play, and you are saying Kotoko feels they can win. You people are all hearts-oriented against Fabulous for the Glory. Well, Sam, no wahala. But anyway.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin, our old Martin. Is that please? I would like to have some conversation with you. Okay, Charlie, who are you? Who is it me or what? Okay, I'm looking at the DP and I'm seeing if it's a... Anyway, we'll try. Okay. All right, let's switch to the Premier League now. Big games coming up this weekend. Today is Crystal Palace and Chelsea. Yeah, man. You'll be winning. I'm say. All right, let's take a look at this. Relax. Watch this, fans. If you're wondering what this is, the last time we won at Anfield, that's it. Guess how many years that was? 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Actually, do the calculate. 2016 to 2015. How many years?
My maths is not good. Don't comment.
9 years. 9. The last time this fool managed to win a game at Anfield. 9. What sound was saying? I want sound. I want to say my anchor. Omasa, almost my anchor.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say? What exactly do you want to say?
Omasa, almost my anchor.
Oh, they are in the relegation move.
Atu, Omasa, almost my anchor.
See, the match, no.
No, but look, you know me the match matter. I'm going to say, let me come to you, all right? Because Atu will not agree. No, you see, we brothers. See the table. Look, they will project the table, and guys, they will put it on the screen. See where United they will. Yeah. You see where United they are 14th. How many points? 22 points after 19 games. Now, see where Ipswich Town they. 18th. How many points again? 15. Now, 15 minus 20. How many points difference? 22. How many points?
That's 7 points.
7. Yeah. How many games is 7? 3 games.
3 games, yeah.
The relegation matter. You be serious, oh.
You know, when...
you be serious, oh.
You know when Amorim was appointed, Man United were just 6 points off the top 4.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
6 points off the top 4. Now they are 7 points off the relegation zone.
So it tells you how difficult the job has been for Amorim.
And the reality is that against Liverpool tomorrow, 3 points.
There's no.
So we are assuming that by tomorrow that they've dropped to.
Yeah. That's the reality.
Because let's assume Crystal Palace defeat Chelsea.
Yeah, but you see, it's very worrying. And like the highlight job we all just watched, 9 years was the last time that they won at Anfield. And look at the state of Manchester United now. And look at the crop of players that they have now, with with how Liverpool are playing. Even when Liverpool, I watched Liverpool against Southampton. When they were even losing, they believed in themselves and they rallied back to win that game. And they come up against Manchester United that even when they are playing,
they're afraid. They score them from corner to go.
Yeah, they've been. It's more of like once they concede a free kick, once they concede a corner, there's that probability that they are going to concede.
Charlie.
And so for me, for Manchester United, I have always said that win against Manchester City was a fluke. I don't want to say a fluke, but it's because City were in that bad run of form.
Yeah, that was.
So they just went there and then just deep in their woes. But I think that after that they've been poor. And you see, if you watch Manchester United, their last 5 games, it's just only 1 win in the Premier League. 1 win. The rest are defeats. And games between these sides, 60 games.
And you see,
for me,
the thing about Liverpool is that they don't. If they are scoring you.
And you see, that is a problem. Because and
it's what they did to Ten Hag.
Manchester United also have a very big problem now. They are not scoring. Liverpool have scored over 40 plus goals, and Manchester United have just scored 20, and that is half of. Look, just that.
Do you know what is worrying me the most about Man United? Is what you said. That when they get a corner, when the team gets a corner right now, they can score them.
Yeah.
Corner to go.
And for me, you see, that
corner to go.
Against Wolves, it was embarrassing. You see, and
then score them corner to go against them as second choice goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Then we say, oh, no, they ain't Michel.
Against Spurs.
It is scary,
And for me, and you see, and you look at Manchester United.
No, you mean serious matter with the talk,
no? I know, but you see, it is.
When you think of go relegation, you know.
When they are losing, when Manchester United are losing, you know there's no way they are going to come back. You score them 1, they can't come back. 2, then you just watch. And when they consider, even when they consider 3, 4, 5, then they tend to give up. So for me, Manchester United are in a very, very difficult situation. Which I know that they will lose tomorrow. When they lose tomorrow, because you're going to Anfield, the last time that you won there was 9 years ago. It doesn't matter. Any team can be relegated.
They spent £1 billion.
No, it doesn't matter. So when Manchester United get relegated, it's not news. Anything can be relegated. The point I just want to make.
Let me take this
when
message.
Or if
which message have I got here?
Wait.
Relax.
Wait.
I can't make a read some message.
Okay.
Give me the message now. Oh, it's what? Hi, I'm Francis from Takrady. The Hearts of players are understanding the information the same way Man United will also do same. Okay, fine. Formation. Okay. Maybe like you can say. Okay, yeah. To-do list today. Laugh at Arsenal. Chelsea back to winning ways. Laugh at Man City. Keep telling Haaland to be humble. Tell Salah to calm down tomorrow. I'll be there no matter what. Okay. This one says, Mr. Host, I like your personality. I have followed your program for some time, but I dislike the way you commence your program today. oh, lambashing my darling club, Man United with relegation threat, and you. And I know that Heart of Oak has been in a similar situation like ours, but as things started turning for them, you're overwhelmed and shouting their name. But I know we'll bounce back, inshallah. Obia Bega, Beba.
So, Obia Boga, Beba.
Obia Boga, oh. Okay, great. You see what? You know, you see how the way of Darren Cloud, I just say. I like them, I want too. So, no hala. This was a happy new year to all of you. May the good Lord reward slot with both UCL and EPL. Tomorrow, Liverpool 6, Man U 0. Salah, 4 goals. Hey, Charlie, I will get you Coco. Good morning, happy new year. I 100% agree with you. The cap is coming to Accra. Chelsea will win today by 2-1 at the Steven from Ningo Pram Pram. Okay, he says what? I need Danny K to explain this Man U issue. Chai, I hear who. Ubuntu, actually will explain. We'll give him like 2 minutes to explain why United is struggling. This one says, I'm Francis from Kumasi. Great.
So okay. I mean, before I know,
what else do you want to say?
No, hold on. And you see, one thing about Manchester United is that I was making a point that when they are losing, it looks like there's no way back.
It's like they're falling from form.
And you see, and Liverpool, and look at you look at the front line of Liverpool. They are not relying on just one player to score. You know, even Liverpool, Gakpo last season and the club really didn't find his
moment. And right now, everybody's scoring.
Everybody's
against West Ham, 5 different players score.
And that is the
and against Man United, 7 different players can score.
You don't see how Manchester United can stop the front line of...
This one says, hi, there's only one team in the world, and it is Liverpool. You never walk alone.
No problem.
Why are you people wasting time discussing? United will lose the match. The only way United will win is by trial by combat. Watch Game of Thrones, right? Trial by combat. That's the only way United will win. They will lose the match.
Will they be relegated? Can they be relegated?
There is not a chance.
Are they at threat of relegation right now?
See, let's assume that United don't improve. Like, they continue like this free fall. That's the worst case scenario, right? Still, they will survive.
They will survive relegation?
Under Ruben Amorim, United are averaging 0.88 points per game. Going by that trend, United are going to finish the season with just 39 points. That's if things don't improve. Like, they continue with this form. 0.88 points per game, not even 1. They will end the season with 39 points with that average. Now, in the Premier League history, what does that mean in terms of relegation? Right? So let's contextualize it. Since 95-96, only 6 teams have been relegated with 39 points or more.
Okay.
So that's a rarity. Now, from 95-96 to the end of 2011, relegated teams have actually averaged 31.9 points for a full season. As we speak, since 2011-2012 to 2025, the average is now 28.8 points.
To be relegated?
Yes. In fact,
the data suggests that
since 2018-2019, relegated teams have averaged 26.6 points.
And the data suggests that if the United form...
Worst case scenario for United, if the form persists, the worst case scenario, they will finish the season with 39 points.
Good.
And I'm showing you all the averages of the numbers and the points tally that relegate teams.
But what we can also agree in the data that he has shared with us is that teams have been relegated with 39 points before. So it's possible. United.
So it's a possibility. That's why I'm telling you the numbers.
Yeah.
It's not a case of just saying it is possible. Yeah. It is possible under what context? How often does it happen? That is why...
even if it has a 0.1% chance of
there is a possibility.
There is a chance of
That is why... you asked me a question. Let me answer.
You are faced with a situation where you might be watching United's game.
United are not getting relegated. Last year, Chelsea, they are all... After all their nyakra, Chelsea did not
they say we get like 3 minutes.
Man United are not getting... See, this phase...
Even serious matter.
This phase, it will pass.
It's a high score.
They will lose
1-0. And they think they can win the league. Apu, I pity Achu who supports Man United and how to fall. Of course, it's a sad situation. Yeah. He says what? We the Chelsea fans, the cap is coming to United. Which cap? Which cap? Coco cap. You say what? We the Chelsea fans know where we stand. Absolutely no title contenders. Yeah.
See, let me tell
Hey,
you
no,
something.
wait,
Wait.
message.
See,
hey,
on this show, we're
I
not
am
only
the
here to
warrior
tell
from
people what has
Seki,
happened.
Suranu.
Wait.
Hala Madrid all
Zach,
the way.
Wait,
What is it?
be disciplined.
I'm disciplined.
Don't
I'm
encourage-
reading. The producer says we should read the messages. And I'm reading the messages.
Have you seen what the NEC has
And you are talking
They
about
said
Chelsea and not title
they are
contenders.
going to criminalize disinformation and misinformation.
We are not
Don't
misinforming
encourage
anybody.
misinformation.
Chelsea is currently fifth.
Here's
How are
the-
they title
no,
contenders?
Wait, here's the thing. When it comes to the matter of who is and is not a title contender, it is not a matter of opinion.
Fine, it's okay. That's
It is not.
Spurs will play Newcastle today. Aston Villa will play Leicester. Bournemouth will play Everton. Crystal Palace will play Chelsea. Man City will play West Ham. Achu, quick predictions. Give me the first 5 games. Quick prediction.
Newcastle United, they will eat Spurs. Aston Villa, they will beat Leicester City. FC Bournemouth, I think will get a win over Everton. Home win.
Palace,
2 goals
Chelsea.
in that game. 2 in the Aston Villa game as well. As for the Newcastle United game, I think minimum of 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Palace.
Okay, quick.
Palace,
quick.
Chelsea.
We need to wrap up.
Chelsea will win.
Okay.
Man City will beat West Ham.
All right. Leave it there.
Southampton will lose
Let
to
me go
Brentford.
Great. I want to see Brighton, Arsenal,
A tricky one, but Arsenal for me. Ipswich.
Fulham
Yeah, Fulham. I think Fulham will
win
that game.
Liverpool, Man United.
Of course, I'm tipping Liverpool.
The game will be played on 5th January, and the things I'm seeing 5.
It's
Wolves, Nottingham. Hey, it's okay. Hey, we have to wrap up.
United will lose that game. We know. See, the only thing United fans are praying for is this doesn't degenerate into another 5-0.
No,
Close the show.
it's possible. It's possible. It might even be
close
it'll
the
even
show,
be
bro.
7.
United fans know themselves. They know the team is not good.
Actually, the time is up. We'll put that.
Even under Amorim.
So, on that note, we'll see you next week, hopefully with Manchester United upsetting the odds and beating Liverpool.
Charlie, relegation matter. Be serious matter.
We've closed the show.
Be serious matter. Championship, serious matter. Pray for United.
Please, producer, give us some B-roll and forget this man. We've ended the show.